Fort Smith and Fayetteville, and one here in Little Rock. And then we also are responsible for, it's called the Veteran Service Officer Network. And basically, the simplest way to describe what that is it's our job to connect the unconnected. It's our job through the Veteran Service Officer Network, all the way down to the County Veteran Service Officer, to connect local, county, state, federal, public-private resources to veterans. So that's the mission of ADVA. That's what our focus is back on. When I got this job about 9 months ago, I made a commitment to the governor that the first thing that we would do is develop a strategic plan. And like I said, I'm not smart enough to do that on my own. So I went back to my roots. I went back to what I know. And Colonel Foote here is a mentor of mine, and he's a 32-year member of the Arkansas National Guard, an Iraqi freedom veteran, and he teaches strategic planning at the Professional Education Center on Camp Robinson. So I called him up. Of course, our agency is a small agency. It's pretty flat. We don't have a lot of money. And I begged, I pleaded, but it didn't take much for him to come and assist us in developing this first ever strategic plan. He volunteered his time. He didn't have to do it. And that really shows the kind of man that he is. And I don't want to embarrass you on this one, but on a personal note, I'm not going to, hopefully he won't tear up here, and I won't tear up either. He reminds me a lot of my father. And he and my father served together for many years, but he's a man of faith. He's a Christian man. He's a humble man. And let me tell you, I love veterans, I'm one. But when you get a bunch of veterans in a room, especially officers in a room, and you're trying to come make a plan, you got to have humility to make those folks come together and get refocused. He did that. So our agency now on the path to providing services like never before. The credit goes out to a lot of folks, but specifically the credit, a lot of it falls on this man's shoulders. In my opinion, the nearly 250,000 veterans in Arkansas owes a huge debt of gratitude to Colonel retired Jim Foote. And with that, I've got two presentations together, if you don't mind joining us. The first is a capital citation, and I'll read that. Greetings to all here in witness today. Know that I, Mark Martin, Secretary of State of the great state of Arkansas, by the authority of my office and on behalf of our citizens, do proudly recognize the distinguished accomplishments, services, and deeds of Colonel retired Jim Foote for the valuable assistance you provided to the Arkansas Department of Veterans Affairs. And so, according to my duties as the Secretary of State, I now present this capital citation.